Well, welcome to another USD CAD RS Wave update. This is Michael, and basically, I'm going to be going over the USD CAD chart at the smaller degree once again. So, yesterday slash last night, I put out a video just going over the larger picture and basically outlined this first wave down that looks like a wave one to me. Um, and then I was a little bit vague with how I went over the next waves, try to do on the spot analysis. So going back over this wave two correction, it does appear, although as though that wave two had already ended back in basically just a few days ago on the 22nd of December. Now, the reason why I was a little bit vague in my previous analysis is because there was a bit of a strange looking couple of waves down the bottom, which I needed some time to look at and to think about in terms of using them or not. Are they really part of the correction? And look, I don't really like using small degree moves, but I thought this might be a good a good example of how sometimes they can possibly actually be part of the correction. And this explains a lot about how corrections can be sharp, right? So where does all the corrective moves go into make this sort of pattern occur? So in a nutshell, I think that the move up last night was a wave E. Actually, I was anticipating it. Actually, I traded it, right? And that's because, well, I'll get there in a minute. Let me just go over the current move now. So, sorry. So the current correction since the 22nd of December. So down here, it looks like we have an A-B pattern. I went closer to have a look, and it looks like it's accurate. So what we had after that was a five wave move, which was a weak five wave move, right? And it was the only way that this made any sense. And it made perfect sense once I had realized the correction at the smaller degree. So it's a good example of how you can see a market sort of starting off sharpish and then losing steam completely. This is a zigzag here, and basically you can see how short the C wave is as it lost steam completely. And then we had a wave D, which was the choppy mess in the middle here. And this is where I'll go zooming in a bit closer to show you. I had a really good look at this yesterday, and this is a D wave, and this was the E wave. So the E wave never made a new high. Um, and basically we saw another weak five wave move after that, right? And down the bottom last night, I was counting A, B, C, D, and then I thought, okay, this hasn't really corrected much since the start of the five wave move. So I thought, yeah, we're going to go for a bit of a push up here. It's going to make people think that this is the start of who knows, maybe another leg up. But because it's actually purely corrective and how I was expecting it completely, I thought, well, it could either go three ways. You could either go to the previous wave four. I thought that was too low. I thought maybe the break of the E wave, the start of E wave for wave two could come back to retest that. Although it played around with that level a little bit, ultimately it was a 0.618 that it seemed to had gone back, well, has gone back to retest. And at this point, I'm happy to assume that this has probably hit its peak for wave E, and I would expect this to reverse sharply to the downside, and a break of the magenta line down here at 1.3486 roughly would indicate that we will continue to see downward pressure in this market. So in saying that, the 0.618 also happens to be a confluence with the larger 50% level from the wave one and wave two uh, sort of Fibonacci retracement. So the 50% on that larger sort of move, and then at the smaller degree, It's the 0.618. I think we've hit a confluence of resistance there. So wouldn't be surprised if this reverses sharply to the downside, either faster than what it went up or just as, you know, strong. So that's my analysis update for USD CAD today. Hopefully you found this video interesting and informative. Thank you for watching.